Everyone. It is Friday the 13th of May. Another gorgeous day here in Florida, another warm one. Been in the 90s this week, so been a little bit tough on the plants. I've had to water almost every day, but let's go down to the garden and see what's growing and changed. Here once again is my fig tree. If any of you can remember what it looked like back in February, it was just a stick, but it's beautiful now and covered in figs, like I showed you before. They will come in usually about June, and then it's a battle between me and the birds who's going to get them first. My little cutting garden is starting to come in. The flowers are starting to bloom. I like to just come down here and cut a nice little fresh bouquet to bring back into the house. And I've been pulling some stuff up. I've been pulling and cooking collard greens all week and then freezing them. I have like 3 more plants to go, and then I will there'll be a space for something new. The cucumbers back on here are about done. It gets a lot of sun here in the summer, so I usually have to plant something that'll really take the hot sun. And I've been having lots of green beans. Probably been eating green beans about 3 times a week, but that's okay. They're really good and nutritious. Same way with zucchini, and as you can see, plenty of squash, and it's still blooming. Zucchini casseroles. I made zucchini and pineapple muffins the other night. It was a new recipe, and it was really good. Of course, hubby didn't know it had zucchini in it, so that's good. And here is cucumbers. These are the English cucumbers. Let me see if I can get a picture of this because they're long. I thought that maybe they might be the seedless ones, but the seedless ones are called, I don't know, Japanese cucumbers maybe? I'll have to research that, but they do have seeds, but they're very crisp and real yummy. Okay, peppers. I have been getting some bell peppers out of my plants. Okay, and I pulled up the broccoli. It was all gone, got too hot. We had broccoli and cheese and sauteed broccoli, and I have in here now, I'll have to thin them out, but I have okra. Okra is one of the vegetables that grow really well in the heat in Florida during the summer. Cabbage. I will be picking a head of cabbage here pretty soon. This one's getting pretty big. I see right there that there's been something munching on the leaves. I need to dust. I am going to be pulling up my sugar snap peas. It's getting too warm, and I'll probably will plant green beans. I think they'll do good here. Another zucchini plant that I had, just an extra one, so I put it in a pot. Let's see, I was down here yesterday picking a lot of things, so I don't have a lot, but this zucchini plant still has lots of zucchini and blooms on it. And yes, finally, tomatoes. Lots and lots of tomatoes. Now we just have to wait for them to ripen up. Lots in there. I put a little jalapeno plant with the tomatoes. And there's some more. So lots of green tomatoes. I am having to put my organic dust on them because at this stage the bugs and the worms really do like it, but the dust is wonderful. It does a good job. It's a nice big one. I can't wait. My mom planted tomatoes earlier than I did, so when I went over yesterday, I was able to share zucchini and squash and cucumbers, and she was able to share her tomatoes, so it works out really good. By the time her tomatoes are gone, mine should be ready. Now see, right here is some cucumbers. And a little bitty bug on there. Let me call the way he shies. These are the little pickling cucumbers. So you pick it about that size, it's about ready. And I have another squash plant over here. That's this chard I need to pick. Okay, picked my first bin of potatoes, planted black-eyed peas. That's another good southern plant for the heat in the summer in Florida. And did some more English cucumbers back there on the back. Now this bed of potatoes will be ready pretty soon, about the time that my green beans will be done on this tower. This was the tower that my grandsons and I started, and you can see there's already some green beans growing on it. We have this one, and we have the little bitty ones, and then we have blooms everywhere. So this will give me green beans for about a month, but I am going to go ahead and start another one over here where my sugar snap peas were. And we also have little baby watermelon. Can you see that? There's lots of blooms. I do have another watermelon I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, more tomatoes along the fence line. Next to my, it's a nice little tomato, nice. Next to my little princess flower. And I noticed yesterday, this is the Sweet 100. This is the one tomato plant that I did buy a plant instead of the seeds, because I usually just want one of the plants because they give you so much, as you can see. I mean, look at the, whoops, some just fell off. And there's a little ripe one that's almost ready to pick, but they're just everywhere, so I just usually want one of those plants. But let's see if I can go over here behind the tomatoes. I have stuff just growing everywhere. Cucumber vines everywhere. But over here, I have a really nice sized watermelon. There's a couple of them. This is another plant that's just planted in a bag. My grapevine that's going crazy. I need to trim it back some. But I just love the sugar snap peas, and it's getting so warm, so I decided, I was experimenting, decided to put a little trellis up in front of my greenhouse that gets shade most of the day, get some sun, and I planted some sugar snap peas over here and some of the English cucumbers also. And again, cucumbers, oh my. Look at this big guy. Let's see if I can get him. It's huge. Probably should have been picked a couple days ago, but he'll still be good. And I'll show you in my little greenhouse. I don't think I've ever shot in here. This is how I usually start my seeds when it gets warm. I don't know if anything's come up. Most of these are flower seeds. Let's see if anything is up. Oh yeah, there's some things popping up. They're mostly cosmos and zinnias that I'll start, and then I'll just plant throughout the yard. It just seems to work better to plant them in the little seed trays. Let's see, there's some coming up instead of planting them in the ground, because a lot of times the birds come and pick them away. Okay, I decided I'd show you one of my little secrets for anyone who says, well, we don't have good soil, we can't start a garden. Well, I have sand here. As you know, I do in raised beds, but this is one of the ways I do plant in the ground. I dig a hole about, I don't know, a couple feet maybe, and then I just start filling it up with compost. As you can see, this is not a pretty sight, but there's pineapple, cucumber, collard greens, tea bags, coffee filters and coffee, bananas, you name it, it's in there. And I just keep dumping and dumping and dumping. And in the summer, it works really fast because it decomposes a lot quicker. You like to keep it moist. But then when you get ready to plant a plant, you just get a good bag of potting soil and plant on top of it and plant your plants right in that hole. And it just works wonderful because you have all that organic matter that's still decomposing and it's feeding your plant. So I'm planning on doing pumpkins. Probably the 1st of August, though, that the grandbabies might have their own pumpkin for Halloween. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as you can see, the garden is growing, and we're reaping the rewards by eating and sharing almost every day. Well, thank you, and have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye.